if it's one thing I know about my community, y'all are a little bit of treasure goblins here, and also maybe potentially closeted furries as well, but we're not going to talk about the second part here. So, either way, welcome back, everybody. Nice to see you all again here. Now that my voice is finally returned here, we can go ahead and talk about this lovely event drop here, as well as there also being a nice little mini season for y'all to go over here. So let's go quickly talk over the news here. So if you didn't see, nice lovely landing video here talking about all the sorts of things here that we're talking about today, but two things to keep in mind. We have one, the Steel Troopers Brawl event going on, and then two, on top of that, we have the new event, Treasure Seekers. So before we talk about the Steel Troopers Brawl, let's go ahead and talk about the actual little mini battle pass here, because it's one thing I know about my community. Y'all are a little bit of treasure goblins here, and also maybe potentially closeted furries as well, but we're not going to talk about the second part here. So, second thing here, let's talk about the Treasure Seekers. What do we got here? Well, you can see here, basically your classic mini battle pass here, with approximately 40-ish levels, with everything after 40, 41, and 41 beyond. That one giving you the 120 in-game coins. But there is actually a decent amount of really good loot in here. So a lot of stuff is, of course, free as well. So you get a lot of the strategic reserves, some coupons, some engineer badges, some stickers, and a decent amount of coupons as well. So you can actually get pretty decently progressed in this. You actually do get a fair bit amount of free resources. So anyone who doesn't even buy the battle pass, congratulations. You might even passively just gain a bunch of nice resources, especially if you can get up to level 30 here. You can get the humanitarian aid crate container here, which just gives you a fairly bit high chance at actually unlocking a fair high amount of these things, especially if you're the lucky one to get uranium ore. That can be a huge payday right there in and itself. On top of that, also getting things like the Exile Stash, which gives you a nice little CK here, or the chance at some coins. But honestly, some of these CKs here do have a little bit of augmentation on the already existing weapons themselves, and honestly I find those to be the most worthwhile type of CKs, the ones that actually take and change the model of the guns. So for example, this CK1 does do a fair bit above the standard CK model here, adding all these little pipes, green lights, and changes to the gear and all that. That actually looks really sick. A little bit more of a prominent style, but I feel like it really matches well with a lot of the stuff that Crossout has been releasing lately, as well as some engineer badges, a little bit more coins. And then at the very end, if you make it all the way to level 40, you get a free container here, which has the ability to either give you a legendary, epic, or special part. Now, that being, of course, being said, is more likely going to be a special tier part, which for the majority of you means like a part between 100 to 200-ish coins, which is not too bad. For something that's free, I can appreciate that. And if you're lucky and get a legendary, congratulations, you get something that could be, 1,000 to like 3,000 coins right here, so that could be really good. Now, for those that are actually more of the paid side of things, which this thing actually being, I believe, $10, yeah, 10 to 20-ish bucks on whatever you want to purchase here, which is not terribly costly. It's in line with every other battle pass, but for you to kind of go about that. But those that actually purchase it, you get more paint, more coins, which is fairly standard to expect. But you also do get a large amount of these pre-made parts as well. For example, the trombone here, which is a high-precision rocket launcher. Y'all know what that is. But the nice thing about these things, too, is that for the most battle passes that you get with the standard big overarching season battle passes, these are the ones where if you get parts, they tend to be the fused varieties here, which you can tell usually by this little double chevron in the corner here, as well as also just saying the tag that it's not tradable and cannot be used for crafting. However, for these things, these are not fused, not restricted, so you actually can sell these things. So unironically, if you just want a pure coinage value to buy other things, this could actually be really good just for making a lot of money, because then you can sell this. This is worth $800. And then you get some accessories as well that you can sell for a pretty chunk of change and just straight up more coins. Same thing, you then also get the gun like the Miller here, which is pretty good itself, like basically a miniature version of the Reaper cannon. And on top of that, this bad boy you can see here, also worth 800 coins. Plus then you also get the recipe for trombones to make these things on the actual specific workbench as well. So you have the ability to make the fused versions of X, Y, or Z parts with the things you're getting for free. So if you wanted other things, you can then use it this way. So if you had your eye on a specific part but wanted the fused version of it, well then now you have the option. You can just use resources that you've gained throughout the season, plus a little bit additionally as well. But this is more or less for people who would like min-maxing, or you're really trying to gun for a very specific part in itself. Not necessarily the wisest use of money if you're that inclined, but hey, if you're really trying to min-max like certain things like the Draco or the Tsunami, not a bad idea. And for the most part, these tend to have pretty good fusion. So this Arbiter here, fantastic durability, damage, and range of fire, all fantastic for the Arbiter. And it's way better than trying to do this by fusing naturally, which is usually way worse in terms of overall odds average. A bit more skins, a bit more of these nice lovely trombone recipes. I got a nice lovely trombone. And I believe we also have some accessories here. The right army headlights, which I believe used to be something you had to buy in a cosmetic pack here, but you just straight up get it if you buy this season, which, you know, it can be good or bad depending on what you like. Another recipe for the AA gun Starfall. Very nice. As well as also some of these storage expansions as well. But I believe this is just a singular version of the storage expansion, which I do believe gets more expensive as time goes on. And you can see also that the last time I purchased this, it was $140. So some seasons can have a very high amount of these storage expansions. So something to keep in mind that these storage expansions can sometimes dramatically change in price over time. As well as also just getting the nice, lovely Starfall autocannon, which you can either sell for 5.5 thousand coins right now, or you can just keep and use, because right now it's actually a fairly good weapon. So up to you to choose as well. Now, the challenges in this, you only get 2 challenges per day. And according to the actual post itself, I believe it said all the challenges accumulate. Yeah, I can see right here in the post it says all incomplete challenges accumulate. So I'm guessing this means the treasure seekers and the additional challenges as well, which is not too bad. And you can see each one requires 1,000 experience. I don't quite remember what the base challenge was, but the fact that I leveled up from level 1 to level 2 with just that one additional challenge, and this is day 1, so I believe these challenges don't refresh terribly quickly. So it seems to be approximately a level for the main, and then the additional challenges just get you a little extra loot as well. And this thing lasts 27 days. So I'm actually curious in terms of like what your theoretical maximum like EXP can get from this. Assuming that there's one challenge a day, at least that appears to be what the case is. Let me double check. And you see that it says new challenges appear every day, but I'm not sure if that means every 24 hours or every 20 hours. So we'll just go based off the wording of the post and say it's every 24 hours. So say that we get approximately 1350 challenges, and then we times that by however many days that appears to be going on. So we'll say 28 days, at least from initial launch. You get 37,800 experience. Interesting. So then divide that by 1,000, and that gets you how many levels that would be, and that would be 37.8 levels. So I assume this can't be every 24 hours, because this would not even be enough to get up there all the way to even the max level. So there's got to be some calculations there that are a bit funky. But it seems that there is a light potential to get the very end of the crate itself and some additional coinage if you're very thorough with all the additional challenges. But again, that also does require a decent amount of grind. And additionally, you can also do this at like day 10 or whatever and get the exact same effect. And this also changes depending on how many of the level promotional items you get as well, because you can get level skips in this for around 19 Crossout coins, which is like, what, $1.9? Yeah, so it is approximately $1.9 per level here, which is a bit expensive, not going to lie. So I wouldn't really do that unless they got half off or you were extremely desperate. But on that, what do you guys think about this lovely Treasure Seekers challenge here? Do you guys like this? Or what is your favorite thing about it? Let me know down below. Beyond that, we also have the classic Steel Troopers Brawl. I shouldn't say classic, because that implies it's been around here a long time, but no, this is first time we see this. Classic little event where you hop down from a helicarrier. Definitely not reminiscent of the Marvel films here, where you're just walking around on pre-made walkers, killing a bunch of little spiders, and then at the very end, you try to kill a big mega spider, all in hopes of just testing out maybe the walkers themselves with a couple of prefab builds, as well as just have a nice little mode as well. It's PvE with 4 players, and honestly, you also do get an unlimited amount of respawns, but if you all die at the same time, game mode is over, and of course you'll be chased by a bunch of spiders, as well as a little bit of harpoon enemies as well. So it kind of gives me very strong Left 4 Dead vibes, which apparently I think this mode was trying to go for. You can see the spider right there actually dragging one of the walkers away, and a big old Goliath to take out in the end too. interesting mode, and on top of that, I find it to be quite thematically nice. It's also just kind of cool just seeing a absolutely ginormous walker. It'd be kind of cool to have a bit more of a heavy sound effect, but you'll see that in the gameplay itself. On top of that, there also is 7-day challenges as well, because this is a week-long Brawl here, with quite notable ones being the extra sticker containers, the fright containers, the humanitarian aid container, which is quite nice. That's extra resources, as well as the spider legs hologram, which holograms are not terribly common, so could be something to get there as well. Let's go ahead and check it out. And again, one thing to note as well, this is the only reward you're going to get is the little pumpkin icons as well. You're not going to get any scrap, copper, extraneous shit. No, you're getting none of that. So I usually have to go for the Vanguard, honestly, just because I find the Vanguard with a little flamethrower on it is really good at dealing with a lot of the trash mobs, as well as dealing high amount of damage. Because it has not only that, plus it has the lovely avalanche on here too, which is fantastic at dealing DPS. They're doing pretty good. They have the little Miller guns, plus they have a little thing on top of it that also causes all the little guys to get pushed away, which is fantastic for this. I find the Miller to be a little bit wonky to use, but otherwise it's quite nice. Hopefully the guy isn't getting too far behind, because then a lot of people in this mode tend to be a bit more impatient. So you want these things to get done as possible. So you gotta come over here, activate this little thing. There we go. I don't really worry about, like, spamming your ammunition here. You're more than likely gonna die way before you run out of ammunition. So you might as well not be terribly concerned about that. I'm just making sure that I keep moving along and I don't get stuck behind anything. And I also find that constantly moving forward is kind of ideal with any sort of these builds. Probably shouldn't also be doing this too close to myself. Do like running through these things because then you can just kind of bash into them a little bit. Excellent job, y'all. Make sure not to get too far away because some of the harpoon dudes can come around, which make things a bit more challenging. Keep running, keep running, keep running. I do love having the boosters on these things. Those are actually kind of fun. I think, honestly, for any sort of, like, good melee build or any close-range build, these boosters have to be absolutely mandatory on these walkers. And they actually are kind of fun, honestly. They definitely give it the big walker energy. Oh. Oh, you there, sir. We can't have that. This one is trying to harpoon me, but having a hard time. Alright, good shit. Oh, crap, my leg fell off. Alright, time to execute myself. It's fine. Because the thing is, too, is that when you die, your allies can actually stand on top of your corpse and revive you faster, or they can just wait for you to passively spawn into the next map. Usually, it's more ideal for them to kind of restore you, but, you know, that might be a bit more challenging when there's a lot of crap going on the map at the time. There we go. Plop this bad boy out. Yeah. There you go. That's donezo. Oh, cutesy. You trying to hit me there? Ooh. Let's get him out of here. There we go. Yeah, so we're destroying so many of these spiders right now. Flip them up real quick. There we go. Chill these little bad dudes out. Shish kebab them. Nice. I think it's too, if you end up actually damaging them while they have harpoons in you, I believe they get stunned for a bit. So it's actually pretty easy to get them knocked out for a bit. Make them not nearly as damaging. Alright, that thing's gonna blow up. I probably shouldn't have done that so close to myself. I am now positively a vegetable. We don't need that. Alright, we're back in it, boys. Ooh, I think someone actually revived me. But this dude is, like, absolutely vegified right now. There you go. He's back up. And we'll go ahead and restore him, too. Because he actually just commits seppuku on right on top of us. And boom. You're fixed up. Alright, let's skedaddle. So if you got a good close bunching team, it's really good on this. Which is actually very true to the Left 4 Dead games, because you do need that as well. A lot of people tend to just, like, venture off by themselves, which is not ideal in a swarm-based game. Keep by yourselves, keep healing each other. It's good. There we go. Oh, I'm getting tasered. There we go. There we go. Keep healing themselves up. There we go. We also don't seem to get ammunition from other enemies on the ground, which is probably just fine, because I doubt you're really going to run into the issue where you run out of ammunition before you die. Because we seem to be quite sensitive. Because all the enemies here are spamming block chains. So, whoopsies. Hit the wall. There we go. There we go. Take this bad boy down. Okay. Give me a little spice here. There we go. And we can damage multiple walls with these little flamethrower dudes. There we go. Hit both of them at the same time. Just gotta wait for these things to cool down. They gotta take a long time. Alright, time for the Spider Queen. Take him down. I'm sorry, my glorious Spider Mother, but I must take them delicate little tasted legs for myself, yes. Oh, I only have one butt cheek left over. Not ideal. But you can see these things have a lot of those, like, weird little tendril snappers from the other Ravager event. So these things do a lot of damage, so you really can't get too close. But you do have to shoot these little toasty bits on the side here. So just keep doing that, keep moving, and that should be ideal. And you can see it also spews a lot of spiders. Oh, it is not happy. And you see it also starting to spawn down. A lot of these are like artillery shells right now. Don't get close to those, because those will absolutely beam you. Ooh. Oh, get these bad boys down. The little fact they keep jumping on you like little head spiders. Not ideal. There we go. Is this thing still active? Nope, not that one. Ooh, run away. Because these things do slightly rotate as well. So you just have to find which one the generator is active at the time. And you can't damage the thing up top because it has a little shield on top of it. That's why you have to destroy the little jennies on the side. It'd be kind of cool to see what happens if like this thing was actually spawned in a regular PvE match. Like someone figure out how to do that. That honestly would be sick. Where is this thing? I must just be blind. Ooh. Take that thing down. There we go. Just keeping the field slightly less. You can see we also have these like little landmine things. Ooh, I'm stuck. Oh, yeah, there goes my leg. Alright, down we go. Your boy be down. Save me, boy. Save me. I'm down. I'm down, brother. Save me. Yeah, see, there we go. Now I gotta shoot the thing up top, which is the... It looks like it's basically just the little Ravager eyepiece you get from the previous event, or was it a pack? I'm not quite sure. But it's just that. Gotta shoot it a bunch and then the event's over. So if you get a good team, this thing can actually be done relatively quickly. Oh! Oh, shenanigans. Oh, shit. Yeah, see, I really can't get on top of the restore ally by the time everything is working out correctly. So right now, I am just trying to live so that my team can come back. Will that hit? No, I was kind of hoping it'd be like a legolas shot. Nice. Oh, baby, it's going critical. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, and of course we got this little big dude right here. There we go. So we got one. Shenanigans. Oh, shit. My legs. I keep getting pushed around. My legs. Oh, okay, there we go. The thing is, I'm literally just being, like, physically body blocked. There were 6 of them on me. My god. How am I supposed to, like, actually push against all of that. That's just heck obnoxious. Hopefully I don't get spawned to like a really far back. Of course, okay, so this is literally an impossible vantage point to win from. Y'all. They should at least like spawn me near my allies at least. But I guess if you're like really skilled at moving walkers, you might be alright. They didn't even put like a little explosion effect there. It just straight up blows up everything. Alright, hey, at least we won though. That'll work. You can see we get ourselves a fat stack of 50 of these coins here, which is very nice as well. And you see the points distribution is quite generous, but that's all in context that these are all being used for the literally lovely specialty crafting store here, which I believe is just the Halloween cauldron, the shaman's cauldron. So it's great if you want things like paints or stickers, or, you know, if you have enough money for all these like legendary parts, yeah, you know, go ahead, go bonkers, go bananas. Assuming these coupons have, yep, actually not that expensive, all things considered. Although considering that I used to purchase these things for $2 for 100, and now they're down to 26. That is insane how much they've jacked up in price, but that's good because usually they didn't have any use for them, so now they actually do it for things like spider stashes, which can get you pretty decent contents. Honestly, getting these Guardias would be heaven sent for just saving me a lot of dosh. Not sure much about the Airthorns or their stuff, but could be funsies. But anyway, that's my experience with a nice lovely event. Honestly, I do appreciate it a lot itself. It's a very fun event. I do love the aesthetics of it. The rewards could be improved, but honestly, I think the rewards are fine because in the context of the Halloween Cauldron, they can still be quite useful. Not as ubiquitous as Scrap, but I guess not everything has to be ubiquitous like that. In terms of the balance of the mode, it seems to be relatively balanced for the most part. I know historically I have lost quite a few of them so far, but I think it's mostly just because people are getting used to the mode itself. And the mode itself doesn't even last that terribly long. You can see it lasts approximately 10-ish minutes, which is about on par with something like the Frontier defense missions. They can give you like anywhere between like 26 plastic or the 20-ish electronics. And on top of that, it's only around 7 days too, so if you don't like it, congratulations, it's gone before you even know it. So I recommend it. Go ahead, try it out with some of your friends, and experiment with the walkers too, because if you're kind of unsure about the walkers, I feel like this would be a good way to kind of test out their durability and their strengths. At least just how you feel with them too before you maybe commit to something like the next step reward tiers or actually crafting out the whole thing. So those are my thoughts about it. What do you guys think about this mode? And a nice little reward section as well. Do you guys like it? Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.